Good evening, Warrior fans. All of you out in Warrior Nation to Richard E. Johnson Field. A little bit of a drizzle, and just it looks like a slight breeze coming just out of the, looks like might be coming down out of the northeast. As you can see there on the flag that's already ripped. I am the superintendent, Kyle Mealy, bringing this game to you here with the coach, John McGlothin. Coach, it is the legendary Harvest Helmet Classic, I think. I don't know if we still do that.
Yeah.
And what better weather to have this?
Well, I wouldn't call this ideal weather, but have there ever been football games played in worse weather? Yes, I'm guessing. But, you know, it's football, and so we're going to kick this thing off here in about 10 minutes, and we're going to play in not so ideal conditions. But this is a game that you go back 10 years and people will be remembering, and kids will be remembering that they played in, because it is blustery and it's raining, and sometimes the rain isn't coming straight down, it's coming sideways.
This game would more than likely not be taking place if it were not for the fact that we have the new turf field, because it would be an absolute mud ball, and with the wind I would assume that we would be probably not playing, but we are. And for those of you that have, for the 12 individuals who have braved the conditions on the home side,
God bless you.
God bless you. Can't see them. You can see one just now attending. There's a few over to the...
Most of them are
right here against the press box. For everyone else, I would assume that you're tuning in out there at home, and we're wishing you the best, and we hope that we can bring you the best coverage possible here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. There are some Monroe Central fans over there, so I would assume we have both Monroe Central and Wes-Del fans tonight, and we are going to do our best to be as neutral as two guys that work and have kids and go to Wes-Del can be. So let's talk a little bit about Monroe Central. They're coming into this one 4-1 on the season, and if you look back at their schedule, they had a nice early season victory against Winchester, 19-16, and then they had a big win over Union City, 57-25. The only loss on their schedule was in Week 3 at North Decatur, where they lost 42-6, and then they beat Tri 35-26, and then just played Indianapolis Tinley last week, and won that one 29-19. They have a couple of players to highlight. The first one being their senior quarterback, number 18, Lane Wilson, or excuse me, I got to think which Wilson that is. Lane Wilson. It is Lane Wilson. And Lane is, right now, he is 42 of 75 for 652 yards. He's averaging 15.5 on a pass, and he has 8 passing touchdowns. So he's, again, going to see a pretty decent quarterback. We've seen Wilson before in the past, and we saw him in a really tough game, Coach, last year in the sectional, where the Warriors really fought right down to the wire on that one.
Yeah, and he's a big kid, and that just throws another wrinkle into the whole mix when you have somebody back there that can do multiple things and also is built like he is. It's a tough task to try to contain him, keep him there, and then bring him down if he does decide to tuck it and run. So, we'll have our hands full. But one thing you mentioned is we did play them last year at the end of the season and played them really well. So I think that could be something that Coach Nuck goes back and reminds some of the guys that are returners that he can remind them about.
Another person to look at are going to be Jeremiah Allum, number 20. He's a senior. He's carried the ball 43 times rushing in for 425 yards. He's averaging 9 yards, almost 10 yards a carry, and about 84 yards a game. So he's had the longest run of 75 yards, and so he's definitely one to watch on the ground. And they also have the other Allum, number 14, who's also a senior with 38 carries, 144 yards, and he's averaging 28.8 a game. So, and then you look down at the junior Hunt at number 87. He's carried the ball 35 times for 162 yards and 32 a game. So they can hit you in the air a little bit. They're averaging somewhere around 130 yards in the air, and they're averaging about 193 on the ground. They're a big, strong, physical team. That's how you get 4-1. And it's something that we're definitely going to have to be prepared for. Looking at the Warriors as we switch over to take a look at them, the schedule has been one of a difficult one early on. Alexandria was a tough matchup. They're a passing team, and that's been a little bit of a problem defensively for us, is if they're a heavy passing team. Alexandria beat us 41-12 in week 1, and then we had the Tri-Central, what we call the delay game, where, oh wow, the cheerleaders are here. I'm impressed. Cheerleaders have made it. It is a tough one for them. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we had the tough delay game against Tri-Central, 36-6, where we had to cancel the Friday second half and come back on Saturday and finish it. And then we were on the road to Greenwood Christian Academy, where we saw the best quarterback I think we'll see all year long. And, again, passing, running, everything that he could do, and lost that one 49-14. However, the Warriors coach are coming off of 2 wins, one against Southern Wells 51-6 and one against North White 20-8. So coming off 2 wins, a little bit of momentum, but you're facing, again, one of your tougher matchups.
Yeah, and I think that the fact that we're coming off a couple wins is going to give us some confidence. Within those 2 wins, let's not forget we have to replace a quarterback. And when we did that, we, stepped right up and got a win that next week, a big homecoming win, and then we're able to find a way to win on the road. Both things that could go south for you when you have to replace someone like a quarterback and then put a freshman in there. And I know we've got kind of a 2-headed attack now with Tyler Summers back there also. But, that's something that when you think about it, I think that lends itself to good coaching. Our coaches are getting our kids prepared and finding what they could do to best put our guys in successful situations. So they should have some confidence. I agree with you. This is a good opponent. It's not a surprise that these guys are good and that are, they're right down the road. So it's not like we don't know how their team is or anything about them. They can work with you. It can work against you. It depends on how you approach it. So I do think that the weather is going to play in our favor tonight. We'll see. You never know, because
I don't think it's playing in anybody's favor.
It's a little bit of the fact that we don't throw it a ton is probably a good way for us to maybe look at that and spin it our direction. But it's going to be an interesting night. But both teams coming in here, I think, trying to get that third win, 2 in a row, and trying to get the third one.
Okay. Looking at rushing, you have for the Warriors some highlights there. You've got Eli Wright, who had a breakout game against Southern Wells. He's had 15 carries for 262 yards on the season. He's averaging 52.4 a game. His longest was an 82-yarder against Southern Wells, and he has 4 touchdowns, all of which, all 4 of those I think were against Southern Wells. And then you look at your 2 top runners are Brock Nauman with 295 yards on 57 carries and Riker Malk 290 yards on 48 carries. Each of those guys Riker has 5 touchdowns on the year. Brock has 1. But they're carrying the ball from about 59, 60 yards a game. Then you add in Eli Wright at 52 a game. And then you add in after a few games, they moved Grayson Mealy into a running position and also a lead blocker. He's carried the ball 17 times for 178 yards. He's carrying it for just about 10.5 a carry, 35 yards a game. His longest was an 87-yard touchdown run against Southern Wells. So we have 2 guys that have ran for over 100 yards in a game with Eli Wright and Grayson Mealy. They did that both in the same game against Southern Wells, which was the game we had almost 500 yards rushing on the ground. And that lends it to exactly what Coach said. If you're watching from Warrior Nation, it's what we would like to say the ground and pound method, which may work better tonight than trying to go through the air. Now, not taking anything away from Monroe Central, I think they have the capability, and then we know they have the coaching staff, to make the adjustments to the weather. We know Coach Ho is a seasoned veteran who knows and probably is excited to play in this just as anybody else because this is football weather. But he'll have a game plan ready for any condition. But it's going to be one where it might get, you're talking about a freshman quarterback a good portion of the time for Wes-Del, who even in dry conditions, there's always that I'm a freshman and I haven't been under center as much. There might be some handoff situations. I personally would look for the ball to get loose a couple times and hopefully not be a major problem for us, and maybe we could take advantage. Sorry for any of our Golden Bear fans watching. Hopefully it's an advantage on our side and we can get a few turnovers. But you wonder if turnovers will be a factor. You do play on a turf field, but it's definitely going to be slick out there because of how wet it is. You wonder how that's going to play into things. And then you just flat out say, well, when we do throw it, you cannot factor in this kind of wind for these two quarterbacks to figure out when they are forced to maybe throw on a long down, a 3rd and long or a 4th and long. What's going to happen when the ball goes in the air? It's kind of like hitting a golf ball right now, and you're at the mercy of what happens when it's in the air.
Yeah, looking at those flags, you're going to be able to throw in one direction, it looks like.
Yeah.
And punting in the opposite direction is going to be something that really happens. But going in that direction, you really are going to be able to probably change the field. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this game gets played down here to our right end zone because the wind's just blowing crazy that way.
And I pulled up the radar, and the good news is that the heavy stuff's still coming. Yeah, it looks like the yellow's still headed up this way, or maybe just tuck in behind us or underneath us there. I don't know. It may be raining heavy where you are, especially if you're in Golden Bear land. But there are the Warriors coming onto the field. We want to tell you also tonight that due to the conditions, obviously be patient. We usually have multiple camera angles. Tonight you're going to get a steady dose of the camera that you're seeing right now. It's the clearest of all the cameras. It's inside, and that's why you're getting a little bit of water on your screen that's dripping down the window it is behind. But, folks, this is the best camera you're going to get tonight. As if you look outside, and there's our other secondary camera, which is outside right now, and that is why we will not be showing that one. Now, you have the picture of us on the inside, but that's not one you want to watch for very long. I want to thank our sponsors. This is a night where you really thank your sponsors due to the fact that a lot of people should be tuning in from home, and we are able to bring this to you into your homes for free thanks to Star Financial Bank, the Van Mater Reed Realty Team, American Pest Professionals, the Dowling Dumpster Rentals, Star Rocket Media, and who am I forgetting? Did I get them all?
That might be it.
I think that might be it. And we want to thank all those. So scrolling at the bottom of your screen will be the Star Financial scoreboard. We do not have the ability to keep that camera going solid on the scoreboard due to conditions, so we'll do our best to give you the time, the downs, and all of that information. It is the national anthem right now, so we will take a quick pause on the audio. And we're back. No band tonight. Can't blame them on that one. That would be pretty difficult on the instruments. So
we do have a student section, though. That's surprising.
I'm proud of those kids.
Yeah, we got about 10, 12 kids down there.
Yeah. I want to thank you again for being in and watching. If you're tuning in right now and you're the live chat is up and running, we ask that you are aware of the chat rules, which are be positive. Always, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. That's the rule, kind of like our moms taught us. Yeah, I always have nice things to say. Once again, as we mentioned on the Star Financial scoreboard, down there by the quarter, you'll see scrolling are the corporate sponsors for the athletic department. We want to thank those and highlight those sponsors. We've got a nice football game coming your way. Again, Sorry about any of the water that kind of blurs your screen a little bit, as you see on there, but hopefully as that's streaming down the window, you'll get a clear picture. It won't be there forever. So right now they're doing the coin flip, and then we're going to get started. Love that we still see football coaches in this weather wearing shorts.
Well, you got to show some toughness out there.
Is that showing toughness, or is that showing something else?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to ask them.
Yeah. I think we're kicking off to Monroe Central. I feel like we have deferred, and so we're going to get ready to kick this thing off. Nice. As you look behind the visitors' stand back there, you can see a nice, steady breeze there.
Yes, it is.
Want to tell you the worst job right now. There's a couple.
Okay.
The officials do have it tough,
Yep.
but I'm not going to belabor that point because it is what it is. The toughest job out there is probably that chain crew.
I know. I saw him. Look at it. It's blowing
It's
across
blowing
the field
across
right
the
now.
field.
We got Shane Freeman, who else?
Ryan New.
Justin Journey, and Coach Nanny. Isn't it?
Yeah, Devin Nanny. And they're over there. So
I think that's the same crew that showed up. I already had an interesting conversation with Mr. Journey today. He said, man, I hope this game gets pushed to tomorrow. And I said, I don't think it will. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. He goes, yeah, but I can't be there tomorrow.
well, too bad.
Sorry for him. He's out there, and
Too bad.
he's got that poncho on, and he's ready to go.
Cheerleaders are here. Appreciate they're all in their ponchos, and they're making the best of the situation. But this is what it's about, these football weather. So we're going to see this one get kicked off here in just a second, as the Warriors will be kicking off in this Harvest, probably the most adverse conditions of the Harvest Helmet Classic that we've seen, and it's
No harvesting going on tonight.
no, this is stay out of the fields weather.
You have to hold the ball on the tee there. Mason Davis is going to hold it.
Yeah. See how that affects the kick.
Definitely going with the wind. This one.
Carter Flynn kicking off. I don't know who's back to receive there.
You're going to have to bear with us on numbers because it's kind of hard to see through the.
That's hard for me to see anyway.
Yeah, it is. Here we go.
Now we kicked away.
And it scoots.
It is down, go out of bounds.
It's going to be his first touchback of the year.
So the Golden Bears will take over on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 here. We have a good number of people watching. We want to welcome you in. Whether you are a Golden Bear fan or whether you are a Warrior fan, welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network. If you haven't hit subscribe and you are a Warrior fan, or if you're just a Golden Bear fan and want to hit it, we'd love to have some more subscribers. We're well over the 1,000 subscriber mark.
Yeah, tonight would be a great night to do that because we're picking up a few people, I'm sure. Hit that subscribe button for us. It helps us out a ton.
1st and 10 here to start the game. It's Wilson under center. And it will be a little pitch here to the bottom of your screen, trying to get out there. And Grayson Mealy gets to him along with, I believe, number 5 for us. And that is, I don't know.
Yeah, Owen Long.
I was going to say, you have
I was looking at Monroe Central.
you have a roster just like I do.
I believe that was Carter Duncan on the carry.
Well, so you were doing something.
Yeah, I was looking at the runner.
Okay. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 25 here. Some emergency crews headed down 3. That's 28. That's not great in the back of your screen. That's a handoff again. And stopped.
That's Owen.
And that might be a 1st down. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, they're waving that as a 1st down. Went ahead and moved the marker. So just over the 1st down.
So now to be 1st and 10 as they bring that to the 30-yard line. Sounds like we've got some competition in the other one.
There's no competition.
That's right.
I would say that there's a few more fans than I thought here.
Yeah. They're just late to the party.
It's a late arriving crowd.
Tackle made there. That is
All of them again.
Brock Nauman was in on the tackle, along with, I believe, Tyler Summers. And that's going to make it 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 yards on that carry, so it'll be 2nd and 5, ball on the 35. So it's going to be I will say this, for those in attendance, if both teams run the ball, that would be a plus on the clock.
Should be a quick moving game tonight.
And we've got a flag. It's going to be our first one. Let's see what they've got. I think
typically that would go against the offense.
Typically. And it did. Well, I tell you, nothing gets by old coach.
Nope. It's a good shot right there of the wind and the rain blowing.
Oh, you mean up there in the light?
Yeah. You can see how hard it's coming down.
Yeah.
Or you could just look out your window.
I was going to say, or they could just, yeah. 2nd down and 10 now. It's going to be a screen pass, and you got it. There, nice tackle. Nice tackle by Owen Long, number 5 for the Warriors, and that's going to be a loss.
Nice plays there by Owen so far early in this game. And
that's going to bring up a long 3rd down.
He read that one right away, and the key to that is you got to make the tackle, and that's not an easy kid to bring down. Justice Holmes, a good runner. He's coming up limping. He is down. They're going to have to call timeout.
Yeah, they don't like to see that. Never like to see a kid get hurt, especially that early.
No, you don't want to see that.
Well, we're going to stay here. As far as I know, it looks like they're going to attend to him.
Usually I wait a little while to do this, but I mean, tonight of all nights, let's talk about these cheerleaders.
Okay, I mean, that's fine with me. They're all.
Nevaeh Bevelheimer, Hayden Browning, Valerie Clark, Victoria Clark, Bailey Combs, Ansley Draper, Isabella Koger, Nevaeh Kopshow, Gracie Penrod, Kylie Proctor, Kirsten Ronan, Nevaeh Scott, Letty Watt, Ava Whitmire, Jen Wilson, Coach Tori Purdue. I saw her braving the elements too, and if you look down there, they've been smiling and laughing. So I think Coach Purdue had a talk with them like, embrace it, enjoy it, have fun with it. What else are you going to do? Stand out here and be miserable? Or 2 of them, I don't know if you saw this, ran out and slid on the turf as they were running out. Just did like a head first Pete Rose slide. And so I think they're having as much fun as you can have in this good weather.
I didn't see that. And I'm counting exactly 12 students down there.
That was a great guess.
Yeah.
It was jelly beans in a jar I'd won.
You ever won one of those?
No.
Have you ever competed in them?
Yeah, I think I have.
I think we're getting back to football.
Okay. That was riveting.
Well, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of
oh boy, it might be something tonight, folks.
Open-ended time.
You have a seatbelt on your couch, put it on.
Or just hit mute on there. Although we did broadcast the game from last week, and I was told they missed the audio. They did like the audio. This is a long one, 3rd and 14. So we get out of this, and it's going to be a lot. By a lot, I mean he's gone. It's going to be a touchdown from Monroe Central. Opportunity for us right there to really get a stop, and I don't know. No laundry on the field, so it's 6-0 Monroe Central. Dang it.
Jeremiah, you get a big dose of justice on him, then they come back and give it to Jeremiah, and he cut back across the field, back across his blocking, and once he got outside, there was no catching him. This ought to be interesting on the extra point kick.
Yeah, they would have to. I would probably aim at the scoreboard.
Yes, because they're going. This is against the wind, as
Bob Seeger would always say.
Yes.
A little high snap there.
And that's not. He did aim for the scoreboard.
Yeah, I didn't make it. So it's going to be 6-0 Golden Bears, and we're going to be back with you here shortly on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we are back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Just a beautiful night for football. I feel for the people trying to brave the elements out there, but to think that this is how bad it is here, I can't imagine what the people in Florida. Coach, you've got family down there. Your daughter's down there.
She missed it by, must have been, I don't know, miles, because she said it was only bad for about 30 minutes. Then the sun came out, so it didn't hit the Kissimmee area quite as hard. And I know that some of that area is getting pounded up there in the Panhandle, but as it moves up this way, she got lucky. I told her, I said, you're going to go through some storms like you've never gone through, but luckily for her, it really wasn't nearly as bad as they had thought it might be there in the middle of the state. But we feel for the rest of those people.
Absolutely.
They're Tallahassee and those.
Well, they're even having a lot of trouble with the rain and the water in Tennessee and North Carolina with flooding.
That's a great kick against the wind.
And that is Tyler Summers with it. He's trying to make something out of something, nothing. He gets it across the 25.
About 7 yards out of that return.
For the Warriors to take over, and it'll be 1st and 10 right about the 25-yard line. And, yeah, you can get a good shot of how much rain when you look at the lights and the way it's going in. And
there's no doubt in my mind if this was our old football field,
we wouldn't be
playing. But
no.
Conditions look great out there on a turf field. Just soaks it right up. And I'm sure it's going to be a little slick, but it hasn't seemed to bother people.
It didn't bother the Ullum kid on his run.
It sure didn't.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 26 to be exact. Warriors will start this one. Looks like it might be Tyler Summers.
I believe it is.
And it is. It's given to Brock Nauman, and Brock Nauman takes it down for about 7 yards. And it's going to be about 2nd and 3 on a good carry there.
You can pick up 7 on a carry. And that was just hard-nosed running right up the tackles.
You were able to sit down with Coach Nuckols, so we'll have that at halftime.
Yeah, sure was, and talk about a few games past and then a little bit about tonight's game. Looking forward to being able to share that with you at halftime.
2nd down and 3. Here go the Warriors. It's back to Nauman again. He's got a 1st down and more, and he's across to the 40-yard line, so that will be the first down for the Warriors. Yeah, it's raining. It is raining.
The thing about this type of weather is you don't really have to worry about the thunder and lightning. There's a lot of other things to worry about, though.
Dynamite. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
Grayson Mealy in motion. They're going to run right behind him. That looked like a good idea.
Picked up about 5, maybe 6 on the carry. And as we said, you know, bear with us on the screen there if you're just tuning in. We are behind a window, so that is water that you see rolling down, blurring your screen, or water hitting the window. That's actually a good picture. If you saw it from where I'm at, it looks like a waterfall. And this is going to be 2nd and 4, ball on the 46, 7:32 remaining here.
Staying with Summers.
Eli Wright in motion. And this is going to be handed off and going to be maybe just short of a 1st down is Brock Nauman. And somebody's hurt.
It's going to bring up about 3rd
and
2.
Hopefully they get up. Was that Dallas?
Popped up. Yeah, I think it was. Maybe.
That's 57. 57 for us, which is Zach DeWitt. He's had a bad ankle for a couple of weeks now. So he's probably just trying to nurse that thing along. Well, these guys, one thing to remember is in football, you're always playing hurt.
Yes, that's true. And nice to see him jump up and get out there.
3rd and 2. Big 3rd down here for the Warriors. Right in motion, and now we have a flag, and that has to be on us. Is it a delay of game? It is a delay of game. That shoots you in the foot at 3rd and 2. It's going to be 3rd and 7. And unfortunately, we're good for one of those a game, if not more, and we just got to get it in and get it going. There's no other way around it.
Let's see if we can catch them off guard here maybe and go a little misdirection. You just got to watch that when you come in motion. It's a little different look here.
Well, they're back to the same problem. They're not. They had to take a timeout. So now you go delay a game and you have to take a timeout, and that's something that needs to get remedied quick because that's not good. So we're going to take a quick break. It's a timeout break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here at beautiful Richard E. Johnson. Excuse me, Paul L. Parker. I was thinking I'm indoors, wishing I was indoors.
You wish you were.
I want to say hi to a couple of people that are watching. Justin Wicker said that this looks like fun. Yeah, absolutely. It probably is actually fun for the guys. Here we go. Here, we'll get back into this. They're back out there for 3rd and 7. Let's see what happens. Mealy in motion. They're going to get out to the outside and kind of follow Grayson. And they are going to pick up a first down, I believe.
Well, that's going to be close. Depends on the spot.
It's a first down, has to be.
I think it might just be, it's going to be short. He's calling it 4th. It's a yard short here on the.
How can we go out of bounds a yard short when?
You got to know the situation there. You got to get that, extend the ball or just dive forward and get that. So now it brings up a 4th and 1.
And I think we're going to go for it, which we have to. Yeah. We also have to get the play in and get up there. We're down to 15 seconds already.
We'll be all right. We got this one.
Let's go, Warriors!
4th and 1. Everybody rooting for the Warriors. Root hard. 49-yard line here. They need 1 yard.
That's a quarterback sneak. A little tush push.
Yeah. Let's see. I think they spotted it for a first down.
Yes, they did. They're stopping them. Good spot.
Eli Wright now is limping off. And I don't know. I didn't get to see exactly what happened to him.
I think he might get rolled up on. So really wasn't a big pile on it.
I didn't see that. So the first down is good.
Boy, that's a
Say hi
by the nose of the ball there.
Say hi to Dan McGlothin. He's a coach from Michigan. Kevin Dodd says good luck to the Warriors. Mrs. Producer is in there. School board member Gary Rooker. And we appreciate everybody in the chat. Here is, it looks like Brock again. And maybe 2. As they try to get everybody up from that.
Yeah, maybe a yard there. Not much going there. They're starting to load up the box a little bit more on us.
2nd and 9.
Wow.
That's a gust.
Is that what you call that?
That would be a gust.
I'd go tell some of the seniors to tie a string to some of the freshmen. It might blow away.
One of them might be our quarterback.
Oh, no, misdirection.
A fake misdirection.
This
one's a good play. Got a lot of blockers. Got a nice cut. Ball is out, but it's out of bounds. So that's a good one. Owen Long on the carry.
And like you said, that's going to be one of those where that may happen, and it's not going to be necessarily anybody's fault with the loose. You got to hold that thing tight. But Owen's had a nice couple plays on defense, and now a nice run there on that counter back around on the end around play there.
Someone's saying hello to me in the chat. Hello. I do not know who you are.
Hello.
I don't know. Sometimes the screen names are not names I'm aware of. But we will say hello. So it's 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Warriors with a big pickup there. Brock. This one off to Brock again, and he is maybe a yard or 2.
Well, they're getting a better spot than I thought because giving him almost 3 on that.
Well, we'll
take it.
What do we know?
Well, I'm not. I guess I shouldn't say that I can see it better from up here because I surely can't tonight.
I'm just looking at the monitor the whole time because I can't. It's already over to there. I don't even have the energy. It's going to be 2nd and 8, folks. In motion now. Ooh, that was read very nicely by the Golden Bears.
That was number 23, Peyton Farmer, with the hit, and he did not get blocked because he came. Brock barely got the ball before he was hit right around the midsection there.
It's going to be 3rd and 8. Ball at the 29. This is 4th down territory for sure, and there's about 4 minutes and 5 seconds left as the Warriors are trying to get this thing in. Oh, this is awful. I mean, even on our screen, you just see it. There's Grayson Mealy in motion. Tyler Summers trying to get to the outside. It's going to be a big loss.
It's going the wrong way.
It'll be a big loss.
So now you got a decision to make. I mean, now it's I can punt it down here to the coffin corner, but if it goes out of bounds, which if you kick it in the middle, it's going to because of the wind, then you're only gaining about 20 yards on this. So it looks to me like we're going to punt.
Yeah, we need to get going. Hate to be the guy that keeps looking at the play clock, but
maybe not.
No, Carter Flynn came in. I thought he was going to kick, but he's going to be a receiver on this one.
Well, we are going with the wind on this. We're down to 3, 2, another timeout.
I had a question. Doesn't our turf have draining? So when it rains, it doesn't puddle up. Correct. I mean, to an extent, if we get 20 inches of rain
in a short period of time,
there's nothing we can do about that. But
there's really only one spot that I can see that looks like there's any kind of, and it's not much.
What, water?
Well, there's a lot of water out there.
Yeah.
But you can see the difference because of the track obviously can't drain until
the track's starting to get.
Yeah, I mean, considering all things considered.
All things considered. What's your favorite song about wind?
Wind? I don't know. Is there any other ones against the wind?
Yeah, Winds of Change by the Scorpions, greatest import of all time.
I do like that one.
You want me to whistle it?
You almost have. I mean, in my mind, somebody is right now. I don't know. You could do it. Your whistling could do it justice.
No, I don't think so. That ranks up.
Whistling is the wind off of this flag.
Wow. So this is 4th and 15.
And we're going to throw.
And we are.
Oh, we got hit as
he got hit as he threw it. That didn't even have a chance.
No, had no chance to get anything under that one.
So Monroe Central will take over on the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 with 2:59 to go in the first quarter. It is 6-0. Wow. Yep.
Everyone knows it's windy right now.
Yeah.
When are the windshield wipers going to get installed?
I should have brought a squeegee or something and ran out there every once in a while. I would have really had to keep up.
I got him right here for you. I think there's one you're missing, one of the all-time greats. It's an incomplete pass. I don't know why all of a sudden we've decided both teams are like, I understand us passing on 4th down, but Monroe Central's like, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go and spread you out and throw it. Dust in the wind?
Yeah, I never was a big fan of that one.
Well, the people in Kansas, thank you. How about Wind Beneath My Wings? How about Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind?
Yeah.
Wow. Wind is not your favorite rock and roll.
Nope.
Tackle made there. It looked like a pickup of maybe 2 or 3.
That's going to be 3rd and long for Monroe Central. So now if we can keep them inside, we've done a good job of tackling inside the box here. If we get outside where we're in trouble. So let's see if we can get our defensive ends to force everything back inside, keep it inside, and make a tackle.
You know what would be tough to do right now? Hold a candle in the wind.
Yeah, it would be.
That's another song. 3rd and 8. And that is a missed tackle, but there's a flag. That'll probably be on the defense, I would think.
Well, it's either going to be a face mask or it's going to be a holding, one or the other.
It's face mask.
Face mask against
so
us.
That'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a 1st down.
How about this one? I bet you like this one.
Okay.
The original Crisscross, Ride Like the Wind.
Oh, yeah. Now you're getting closer to my... That's a good one.
I know she's like the wind.
Yeah. Is that what that's called?
Well, I thought it was She's Breaking Wind.
Well, yeah, that's a different version. I think it's
Oh.
that's a Weird Al Yankovic,
Yeah.
who just announced his 2025 tour, by the way.
I'll be there.
It's coming to Indy.
1st and 10. You know what else is coming to Indy? Lawn furniture from Canada.
Yes, it is. There's a nice run on the
That is-
outside.
he did. And who bailed on the chain gang?
Journey, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he did. He bailed hard.
Justice Olam must be back and got the ankle taped up because that was his run after going down earlier in the quarter. 157 here.
How about Seminole Wind?
Okay.
John Anderson?
Yeah. Please don't sing it. That voice of yours. I've heard your version before.
Oh, let's see. We got to stop there now.
Yeah,
Stop
we got to
made.
stop.
Got to stop made on 2nd down.
It's going to be 3rd and 2.
How about Summer Breeze?
I like that one. That Seals and Croft?
Seals and Croft.
Yeah.
Seals and Croft. Also, I think they're also a clothing brand at Kohl's.
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
LS Airs in the early 90s. Oh, fumble.
Ball loose. Ball loose.
They fell right back on it, so
Yeah.
nothing gained
So
there.
it's
It's gonna
4th
bring
down.
up 4th and 2.
It's a big stop here. Big stop if we can get one.
I'm guessing they're going to throw.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Producer, if they'll throw on this one.
Interesting decision here by Coach Hostetler, right here in the middle of the field. But if you punt this one, you're really taking a chance of getting that thing up in the air, and it may go backwards on you. So they're going to go for it.
Here we go. 4th down.
The pitch, Olam.
He got it, and he got a lot more. He got a touchdown.
We got one guy. He's got one guy to maybe force him out of bounds, and he does.
37 seconds remaining, but
Tecumseh Dyer saved a touchdown there, pushed him out of bounds there at the very end, or he was going.
so the story of the night is 3rd and long, touchdown. 4th and 2, and they're about a yard or two out, and they've got themselves in great field percentage or position, if I could talk.
They're at like you said, the 2-yard line. So the thing that saved us on that one was a good pursuit angle by Tecumseh.
Getting a lot of hearts in there. I don't know if people are hitting the heart button or if it's just,
Okay,
I don't know what's going on.
they love us.
They do.
They stopped and pushed backwards.
Yeah.
No gain.
Tackle made there by,
And then Coach Hostetler will have his choice here.
that was my boy, Whitworth,
Yeah,
number 23, getting in there. My guy,
that
Jonah.
Coach Hostetler can let this quarter run out if he wants. It looks like that's what he'll do.
Looks like the wind's picked up.
Really? Just now noticing that.
Just saw that. Wow.
That's the end of the first. They're right there.
End of the first quarter, it's 6-0 in a beautiful night here at Paul L. Parker. We'll be back with you. You're watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in and watching. If you're a Golden Bears fan or a Warrior fan, we hope that we can bring you this game in your living room where it is not blowing 50 miles an hour and hopefully it's not raining. It is, Yeah, now they go down all the way to the other side to start this quarter, and just a reset for you. It is on the 2-yard line, and the Golden Bears were just stopped on first down. Let's see what we get here.
2nd and goal. Let's see if we can get another stop. This is a really tight formation.
Yeah, this is the
quarterback sneak.
Quarterback push, and he's in.
That's a tough one with the size.
Yep, that'll make it 12-0 with that one.
6 foot 235, right behind his line, and that was a tough one to stop.
So that one will count as the first score of the second quarter on the first play. It only took 3 seconds, but they had good field position. So on your Star Financial scoreboard, you're seeing Golden Bears 12, Warriors 0. Golden Bears are now going to see if they're going to go for 2, which I believe they will. The first kicking this is not a kicker's night. With the conditions.
Yeah, definitely probably the right call to go for 2 here. Little spread formation, going with the wind now. Pitch play
to the outside, and he is in for 2. It's now 14-0.
It's Carter Duncan with the carry, and he's able to get outside there, and that's what we've talked about. Whenever they get outside that main box and outside of our line, they've had success.
Folks, you may be thinking to yourself, boy, they must be really burning those hamburgers. That's not smoke. That is the ring.
If they're cooking hamburgers, I want to go down and watch. They're going to be wet. They are.
You know, I think you forgot a song that.
Okay.
How about Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas?
Wow, yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah. Of some of the ones that you've mentioned, I like that one. That would be towards the top of some of the ones you've mentioned.
How about The Wind Cries Mary from the great Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, that's all right.
Well, you were shaking at me like you didn't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I think we've done everything we can do.
Sure, everybody's upset.
Now they're adding some in. I mean, I just didn't want to take another break right after that.
No, I'm with you. Stay right here.
Stay with us.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah,
Blame It on the Rain by one of the greatest vocal groups of the 80s and early 90s.
Saw them live.
Millie
At least I thought it was live.
Oh, you thought you were seeing them live. You were seeing a backtrack that they were lip syncing to.
They had me fooled. Them and Frankie.
It's hard to believe.
Went and saw Frankie
Valley is
last week.
Yeah, that's not good. You sent that to me. There's a kickoff, and I think that's going to be Tyler Summers with it.
Come on, Tyler. Give us good field
A couple of moves there, and that is going to get stopped just outside the 25-yard line. The Warriors will take over. Warriors didn't move the ball too bad on their first couple of possessions, but didn't result with a score. Would be nice to see the Warriors put one on the board here on a very windy and rainy night. I do know that in our area, most games did go on as scheduled. Southern Wells was having homecoming. They had Bluffton coming to town.
Yeah, there's several of them still going on, like you said, and it's football weather.
First down here for the Warriors. That one handed off and stopped immediately by the Golden Bears. A very excited Golden Bear coming up. I think that's number 23. That's Farmer?
Yes.
Julie Kirtley Swartz. Bus number 1 says windy by the association.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. Oh, look, special guest watching. Winnie, therapy dog from the elementary, is watching.
Hi, Winnie.
Winnie had her birthday this week.
Congratulations.
She appreciates that. There we go. This one.
Misdirection.
I don't know what happened there.
Misdirection, but
didn't
go quite as we wanted
anywhere.
it to. Grayson Mealy with a carry.
Yeah. Those are probably two of the least productive possessions we've had, or runs we've had so far tonight. So maybe Monroe Central starting to pick things up here. It's going to be 3rd and 10. On the Star Financial scoreboard, 14-0, Golden Bears.
It's a handoff to Riker
It's
Malk.
Riker Malk on the outside, trying to get around the corner, and he is stopped
They
for a loss. This will be a punt.
Monroe Central did a nice job stringing that one out.
Probably their best defensive possession right there for the Golden Bears, and timely for them as they've taken a 14-0 lead, and now they've forced the Warriors to go 3 and out. Have to punt here, I would think.
Sure looks like it. We got 3 new guys coming on.
Not sure.
They're putting their Monroe Central has someone back.
I have
so
to
would think-
enjoy the fact that number 20, which was Jeremiah Ullum, was asking for the crowd to get pumped up. And it is a road game, and there's really no one here.
Yeah.
But you got to love the enthusiasm of high school kids.
We'll get this off, and he does, just in time.
And he kicked it directly to the fans. I'm not kidding you when I say he kicked it to the fans at Monroe Central, and the ball landed in the middle of the field.
Blew back. Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Well, they're able to pick up about, looks like 25 yards on that punt, which, all things considered, probably isn't that bad.
You got to wonder about the bus ride home after this. Poor Monroe Central. I mean, it's a good thing it's not a terribly long drive.
Luckily, it's not too far because it's going to be wet.
It's not a 2.5 hour. We
Smelly.
We got hit by a deer last week.
What?
Our team got hit by a deer on the way home from North White.
I just now heard of that.
That's news to you?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hit the bus. Yep. Bus driver swerved to miss one, and the other one got him right in the door.
Trying to get on, I guess.
Yeah.
There's
There's a host of Warriors making a tackle there.
Looks like a pickup of about 4.
Yep. Yep. That deer wanted to go.
Back
said,
to Wes-Del.
Said, give me some pads.
Get me out of North White.
That was a haul. That was a 2.5 hour haul up there. Believe me, it was.
And I believe that contract is over.
Yeah, we no longer play them. But if you're going to go that far, we did get a win.
Absolutely,
so that's good.
Makes that bus ride a lot nicer home.
Yeah,
Till you hit a deer, I guess. But
yeah.
There's people having trouble with the umbrellas down
Second and 6.
there. That one didn't.
Got out of it.
Had him.
Got out of it.
Make a tackle, boys. Make a tackle.
We still need to make a tackle. Finally taken down short. It's going to be 3rd down. It does look like it's spotted short. We got a penalty, I think.
Yeah, there is. See what they call.
Well, I think the wind's supposed to die down at some point, isn't it?
Well, it's going to at some point. It might be a couple days, but it's going to at some point.
Well, I don't think it's going to be this gusty for days. Right here. It says by 11 p.m. It's the gusts will be 38 miles an hour instead of 53.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I know you and your meteorology. It's so spot on. 3rd and a lot. Looks like we jumped, but felt like we jumped. Is there a flag
Stop
down?
and go.
Are we going to make
hold
a
him.
tackle?
Here. Looks like
Have we tackled him yet?
finally got him out of bounds. And is there another flag down?
I thought we jumped, but I don't see anything. And so I'm going to guess no.
It's going to leave a 3rd and long, though. We're able to push him out of bounds.
No, it
finally.
should be 4th. Should be 4th down.
Yeah, you're right.
Chain needs to flip it to 4 over there.
No, I think we took the penalty, so they replayed the down, so it should be 3rd.
Oh.
We did not decline the penalty. We took it.
No, you
so.
shouldn't. So the scoreboard operator's wrong.
Yeah. Allum again with a carry.
Finally got him down. It's going to be short. Now it's going to be 4th down at
Yes.
about 4.
Now it's 4th, and yeah, for sure.
I would, I'd be okay if it just quit raining.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would.
Because it's the way it's coming down on like a waterfall in the window. It's kind of hard to see because of the blur.
It is. You don't want to go chasing those.
No, I think that we learned that in the 90s that you shouldn't chase waterfalls. I learned that from my good friend Left Eye.
Or chili or one of them.
Rest in peace. They're punting.
That's going to be a long punt and go maybe out of bounds, get in the end zone. All right. That'll work a lot better.
It's a touchback. Be back at the 20-yard line. We're going to take a quick break. This break sponsored by TLC. Pick up their new album, No Scrubs. And we're back. Just like that. We're getting set to play. I think these officials are ready to keep this thing rolling, and I don't blame them. 7:23 to go. It's 1st and 10 for the Warriors. And there was a flag, I believe. They might call that on us as a hold.
Yeah,
that was on Malachi, I believe, 52.
Trying to get outside there and pull, and didn't. They got a little bit too much jersey.
Wow. I'm going to check the radar again, and it's going to be bad because it's
got colors you haven't seen.
No, it's the yellow's kind of going south, but it's rotating back around for sure. It's just as steady. It's not going to stop raining for hours or days. But it's the wind that would be nice if it.
This is going to be a long penalty. All the way back to the 10-yard line.
Make it 1st and 20. And now,
trying to wind the clock.
Well,
it did.
He did, but he also made everybody think that it was over. This one's off to Grayson Mealy, who
just got cut down. But if he got around that corner, he had blockers in front of him. Nice tackle, though, made by Monroe Central.
So that is going to be 2nd down.
Looks like maybe a yard. Picked up a yard, it looks like, from the mark.
I saw I could have sworn I saw a chicken.
I saw a small.
Did you see something fly by?
Yeah, it was a Tin Man. The little girl saying, "There's no place like home."
Oh, there's a scarecrow.
There we go.
Where are we going here? What do you mean?
They
still going. He lies right up. He picked up positive yards. Ball's out, and they called him down. He's down. They called him down. What are they calling there?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think the official is making the call to everyone that he had blown the whistle, blown the play dead. And
forward progress was stopped.
Yes. So gained a few yards there, but that's still going to be 3rd and, 16, 17?
Yeah. A lot. We lost a. Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought we lost a bay of lights, and I was like, great.
Boy.
Mr. Producer just messing around. 5:43 to go here, 3rd and 17. See what we're doing here.
And that went nowhere.
That's it. That's going to be a punt. It's going to help defensive stats.
And bring in the punt team. And unfortunately, on that set of downs, we went the wrong way because we're really pinned back now on our 10, which is not where you want to be punting. And it puts a lot of pressure on your long snapper here.
You ever get caught up sometimes wondering like how they came up with punt?
Yeah. I haven't, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
Oh, we dropped it. Oh, no. He's going to take the safety. Probably better than to. That may end up working out. I know that sounds crazy, but to take a safety there instead of give up a touchdown or try to punt it and get it blocked for a touchdown, at least you could you get to bring it out now and punt it from I think it's the 20 or 25. You get a free kick.
Yeah.
I know, might sound crazy.
My watch is telling me to stand up.
So is this leaf that just stuck to the window now?
There is a leaf. Perfect.
Oh,
It's gone.
It's
It's gone.
Don't worry, nothing's going to stay too long.
He came to say hello. Hi, John. I'm just impressed with the cheerleaders. I mean,
Game to remember.
does Monroe Central? They
didn't
probably
bring
didn't.
theirs.
I don't think I can understand.
The band I think that was probably a smart move. The band decided not to bring the instruments out here.
No, we'd have a flooded tuba.
You would, with the wind blowing, you'd be hearing all kinds of weird noises. Like after you and I took that trip to Taco Bell.
That wasn't me either.
That's what you kept saying.
Yeah.
Here we go
Well,
with
they
the free
were.
kick.
I think does he have to kick it that way?
He can tee it up if he wants to. Most people will punt it.
Oh,
Sidewinder.
get out of there!
It goes out of bounds and a flag on the free.
flag
I didn't
hit.
know you got a flag on the free kick, but apparently you do.
I didn't think he did either. Coach Van Mater took that one in the cheek.
He did.
Of course, that's what you get for wearing shorts to a football game. Look at those legs. So you do get a penalty on that one. I think the halftime show, I'm surprised the band's not here. Halftime show was Under the Sea.
Was it? That
Yeah.
was the theme.
That was the theme. I think it was.
It looks like Monroe Central they'll count this off and they'll take that into Wes-Del territory.
It's a great opportunity for us to thank our sponsors. Let's thank Star Financial Bank, the Van Mater Reed Realty Team, American Pest Professionals, the Dowling Dumpster Rentals, which Mike tonight is doing okay. He hasn't had to do a push-up yet, and Star Rocket Media.
They're going to make them re-kick it.
Are they? So they've elected to re-kick.
Yeah, that was the call that you can take the penalty and the yardage and then make them re-kick. So now we'll have to kick from the 20 instead of the 25. A 5-yard penalty. I think they could have had the choice to take the 5 yards added to where the kick went out of bounds, but instead they'll. And it looks like we might go with the tee this time, just to show you that you can do either. You know what? One of the toughest things to do tonight is to try to keep those balls dry on the sidelines.
That's a good point.
I mean, they're not going to be able to do it too well, but a lot of times they'll have trash bags down there, and they'll dry one off, throw it in the trash bag, and try to keep them as dry as they can.
I'm a little lost.
They didn't move them back on the
Oh,
So now to the 15 with the free kick.
all right. Let's get this thing rolling.
Just kick a real hard squibber. There you go.
That's what he did. Got a nice bounce. Got picked up here. Now we got to make a tackle. Got to make a tackle. Got to make a tackle. And we did.
It really probably ends up being about the same if they would have taken the penalty
was
on the out of bounds, but
Tackle made there by Zachariah Reno, number 9. And now we'll see what the old ball coach has got lined up for defense. The old ball coach is wearing pants.
yeah.
He said I'm going to do this.
any wristbands on tonight.
I don't know if he has.
I don't
It's
know
hard
if
to
he
see the
has
wristbands.
Can't see it.
If they did, they're soaked.
Oh, my goodness.
Forget to take your back pill.
No,
Oh,
I
you
just
did?
can't
Okay.
believe this wind and this consistent rain. And we got a flag.
False
I
start.
think that is a false start.
You know why I like this crew? Because they have stopped. You know how many times we've had crews that let the play go on and then call the false start after the play's already. This crew is just stopping it dead.
Yeah, doing a nice job. Always promoting
We always do.
the good work of the officials is one thing we've always been known to do. Every time I do that, I log my positives so I can send them in on my.
You need them.
Well, I just ask for them all the time.
Oh, nice tackle by Grayson
made by
Mealy.
Grayson Mealy there, and that
Almost took the ball from him.
Who was that? Number 34 for them. I can't tell if that was 34.
Yeah, it was
34. That's Caleb
Ludicky. That's a nice tackle for loss there. That's about 5-yard loss on that.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 15. About 4:05 left in the first half here. Wow. Got to get you some WD-40 for that chair.
I hope it was the chair. Oh, fumble.
Fumble. Ball's
Get
on
on
the
it, get on
ground,
it.
and it bounced right back up to him.
You got to be kidding me. Because
Bounced
one of our
right
guys almost got it.
Back up into his hands.
Dang
And he
on it.
ended up picking up about 6 yards on the carry.
It's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's going to be about 3rd and, well, he didn't get 6 yards. If that's where he's at. He only got 2 or 3. It's going to be about 3rd and 12.
Clock's still running.
Well, yeah.
A lot of.
Why
this
wouldn't
game,
it be?
Well, I'm just saying, a lot of this game on the ground, so this is going to be a quick half. Just ask the people in the stands.
Yeah, everybody in the stands is
Wants to
not
punch,
feeling like
wants
it's.
to punch me.
Yeah, they don't feel like it's been quick. Here we go. Big 3rd down for the Warriors. Golden Bears are going to take a timeout.
Yeah, their play clock got down to 1.
Yep. So 3:11 to go. It's 16-0. It's a 2-possession game, a little over a 2-possession game.
One of the things that we started to mention last game that we were audio.
Yeah, Riley.
that we didn't. It was the new hire for girls basketball coach.
She also just got hired as a new teacher.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's even more news then.
Riley Skaggs is joining us as our new varsity girls basketball coach. Very excited about Coach Skaggs joining. Her husband is standing out there as one of the coaches who is dealing with the wind right now and the rain for the coaches of the football team. But Riley was with us as a JV coach when Ed Giesman was head coach. And she came back, interviewed, and did a fantastic job in her interview, and then ended up having a teaching opening. And the board just hired Riley to come on as our teaching staff. So big win, getting her not only as a coach but also as one of our 6th grade teachers. So excited to have her come on board, both coaching and as an educator.
You just mentioned somebody. You know who else has a birthday coming up this weekend? Ed Giesman.
The Goose.
Is he out camping this week?
I don't
No,
know. If he's camping, then he's really braving it.
The Goose. I think the Goose is back. They're going to pass.
They're going to throw it, and he's wide open. And luckily, that ball is wet.
Somebody is down,
There goes the pom-poms.
and that is Grayson.
Grayson Mealy coming up with a little bit of a leg. looks
Yeah,
like.
he was down. He's limping.
And
That's not good.
they're going to take him out for a play here. See if we can get Tony to take a look at him.
Riker Mall coming in at linebacker now. They're going to punt.
Oh, wow.
That one went out at about the 20-yard line.
We'll take it. Well, there's 3:01 left here in this first half. Everybody will get in the locker room and regroup and probably just take a break from the elements here for a few minutes and hopefully be able to re-energize. And I was talking to Coach Hansen before the game. He said he brought 3 separate outfits tonight so he can change at halftime into some drier clothes.
Yeah.
That'll probably just get wet again. But he said he was probably going to do that at halftime.
3:01 to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 22. There's a good little run there by
That's Brock.
Nauman. He is across there.
Same play they had some success with early in the game there.
Looks like Grayson's going to the.
They may go in early here.
Might go in early.
Or down here to Tony's little area.
I haven't seen what. I think it's
everything.
ankle. I'm hoping it's not knee.
We're going to put him on the cart and take him in.
Meanwhile, it's 2:25 to go, and we're trying to move the ball.
Big uptick in poncho sales today.
Yeah, this would have been the time to own a little bit of stock in the ponchos. If you owned a poncho company, what would you call it?
Poncho Villa.
I knew you'd go there. Third and 2. I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got it. First down. Yep, first down.
Well, nice pickup there.
Yeah, 140. That'll stop the clock, but about 143. Be nice if we could get this thing rolling, but that's a lot of field to go and bad conditions to.
Yeah. I have to break one here somewhere outside of the tackles and try to break this loose to pick up some big yardage. It's going to be our best bet.
The leaves that are flying across just kill me because you can see them in the sky.
That one went backwards.
Yeah. It's going to be a second down and a lot of time. We only have one timeout left, I believe.
Yes, and I think Monroe Central has 2. So if they get a stop on this play, you might see them use a timeout and make us have to punt in bad conditions.
If I were them, I'd just say, hey, we're going to let this thing roll. 53 seconds left.
Noah Purdue coming in, quarterback this possession. Hand off to Brock again. That one's stuffed. That one probably looks like a loss of a yard on that play, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 14. Coach Nuck has the option to just let this thing go and not run another play if he wants to, or
I think I'd go to halftime.
Try to if he wants. And it looks like we are definitely taking our time. I think it's just going to run out the first half.
And that is how the first half will end. It's 16-0 for the Golden Bears, and we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back, and then we'll take you into our halftime where Coach was able to sit down and have a conversation with head coach Matt Nuckols. We'll bring you that here after we get back from a quick audio break. All right, welcome back, Warrior fans and any Golden Bear fans that are with us. We appreciate you all watching in on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're bringing you the varsity football game between the Monroe Central Golden Bears and the Wes-Del Warriors, known as the Harvest Helmet Classic. Here at halftime, we have an opportunity to take you to the coach's interview where Coach McGlothin was able to sit down with Coach Nuckols. Coach, do you remember exactly maybe just a couple of highlights of what you get to talk about here?
Yeah, we went backwards before we went forward, so we talked a little bit about the past two games and how that led into tonight's game, and then we were able to talk a little bit about Monroe Central and the upcoming game and how things at the time we didn't obviously know the weather was going to be like this, but we had an opportunity to talk a little bit about Monroe Central and Coach Nuckols' feelings about this game and his week of practice. And so it was a good talk, and I think everyone will enjoy. Coach Nuck always brings a few clips for us and does a great job.
Well, let's take it right to there. This is Coach McGlothin sitting down with Coach Nuckols here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Hello and welcome to the halftime show. This is John McGlothin. I'm here with head coach Matt Nuckols. Coach, going to go backwards a little bit before we go forwards and talk about tonight's game, but let's rewind a little bit and talk about some nice plays and some nice wins and some road games and home games both. But go ahead and tell us and fill us in a little bit about your thoughts after having a chance to reflect on your game against North White.
Yeah, North White, we knew that there was a lot of, adversity going into that. It was a 2.5-hour drive. Weather was kind of iffy when we first got there. And when you're going at a road game like that, it's a team we don't know a whole lot about. We have some film on them, but they don't play a lot of teams around here. There's a lot of unknowns, and especially like how our guys are going to show up and be ready to go. They exceeded expectations with that, though. They showed up, they were ready from the beginning. Did a lot of nice things, kind of built off what we did the week before for homecoming against Southern Wells. Got a little bit of stuff in the past game, got some heat on them defensively, and ultimately we're able to come out on top.
I think sometimes when you go play a game on the road and possibly even that far away and you don't really know the opponent, it was kind of new for everyone. Things that can sometimes go both ways, play in your favor and then sometimes go against you. I think in our favor, you don't really know and not intimidated, and you just kind of everything's a blank slate. On the flip side of that, as a coach, I think it took a little bit of a feeling out process from watching the early first quarter, and then felt like as a team we looked like, hey, we can do this, and we're better than this, and we're better than these guys. And I think you could see the confidence growing as the game went.
Yeah, and you never want the kids to show up and try to feel the team out. You always want them to kind of set the tone. But you got to remember we're still working with 15 and 16-year-olds, so there's always that case. And they're a big physical team. They had their quarterback and one of their backs. They're over 200 pounds. They had some big dudes up front. But with that physicality after that first quarter, I think really kind of went in our favor. You really see kind of when you get into that second half, the tide kind of turn. It was a pretty back and forth game that first half, but we really got that second half where we could. We commanded the run game and kind of owned the clock, and we're kind of able to do whatever we wanted. Warmed down a little bit and ate some clock up at the end to make it work.
Yeah, I felt that watching the second half. I thought that the team really – I thought we set the tone, like you said. I think it was a great opportunity for us to come out and kind of just, stake our claim to that game, and I thought we did a good job of that. I know you've brought some clips for us. Let's take a look at some clips, and I'll let you talk us through them.
Yeah, I have 4 here. A couple of them are from our homecoming game against Southern Wells. We weren't able to do the show last week because they didn't have enough room up in the box for everybody at North White, which we apologize for. But we'll start here with Southern Wells. So this first one, just a little bit about Southern Wells. We went into that game. It was a big week for us coming into homecoming. We preach all week that, all the focus is on the football game, when all throughout the week it's on everything else.
Yeah, right.
So was very happy with how our guys came out. Set a couple school records that night with rushing yards and total yards. And that's what this first clip kind of is. It helped out a lot. This was late second quarter, mid to late second quarter. We get a rocket. We were really getting some good work done on the edge with some counters and some rockets. This is Grayson Mealy. He's a 235-pound wingback that we have that got moved from right guard, and I think everybody knows him. but was 1 yard away from our school record for longest rush with an 87-yard rushing touchdown. And I think you guys hit on it that week in the live stream. If you catch at the end here, and it doesn't do it justice, but it takes him a little while to get up off of that turf after that run.
Well, I was going to say he was also 1 yard away, I think, from needing some oxygen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great run and showed his athleticism really for a big guy there, because he ran away from everybody and they couldn't catch up with him.
Yeah, I mean he's a pretty special dude defensively, but he's getting him back at wing back. You know, we put him there to help block, but he definitely, you know, he's one of the faster guys on the team, and at 235 pounds, that helps. That's nice.
Notice that you guys have opening more and more of the playbook. I think probably some of that has to do with the young quarterback not throwing too much at him early. But as the week goes and he's a smart kid, he continues to add things, and that's just going to play in our favor also.
Yeah, Purdue couldn't be more proud of him coming in. First 2 games, getting 2 wins, and we've been working a 2 quarterback system with him and Tyler Summers.
Right.
That first game against Southern Wells, Purdue got most of those snaps. Summers was in there for really about a day of snaps, just the way the injury worked. But Noah's been running that with our JV, so he knows the steps. But we want to do some things to make sure that he was successful in that first game too.
Yeah, and even with Tyler being a little bit older, obviously being a senior, that's a new position for him. So
yeah, absolutely.
Both kind of young at the position, even though they might not be both young as classes. So
yeah,
go ahead with your next clip there.
This next one is from North White, and it kind of shows off Tyler Summers a little bit. You know,
right.
he got a week of practice in. We have a little package we're trying to do with him, and I think he did that very well. Got some really good runs, and we were able to hit some stuff over the top. This play, I really like this because what I'm not going to show is a couple plays before this. We hit a quick fade from Tyler down the sideline to Carter. And, you know, we saw they're loading the box. They're trying to stop our run, especially after our 526 rushing yards against Southern Wells, which, as they should have. But we saw that their free safety was playing down in the box, and they didn't have anybody there. So we hit that quick fade a few plays ago, and they were still just keeping that safety deep, or keeping that safety in tight. So we ran pretty much the same thing with a quick post, and it worked out really well. Got great protection by our O-line, a really good throw by Summers. And Carter, like I said, the middle of the field was open. He broke inside, beat his guy, and got a nice about 50-yard touchdown here for him.
Yeah, it's a nice play, and obviously adds a whole nother dimension when you can kind of do 2 quarterbacks at the same time. And, it's I guess keeps everybody off guard that way.
A little bit, we try to not be predictable with it,
right,
too predictable.
Sure, yeah.
And the longer, Summers is getting reps, the more reps he gets, the more his playbook's going to expand. Sure. It was pretty small there early on, just with what he was able to do, because he was thrown in there for a couple days, but he's really coming along, and him and Noah are both able to do some really good things. This next clip, this was it's hard to see the very end of it here on the film, but defensively, we knew a couple of their pass plays that they go to a lot, and this was one of them. This was a boot play for him. Grayson Mealy broke under their little out route, and it's hard to see here. I'll go back. He one-hand snags this out of the air with a great play. If he'd have cut outside earlier, he probably would have taken it back to the house, which we talked about. But a really good play from him right there that really kind of flipped it. It was in a pretty critical time in the game that gave us a lot of momentum. We went down and scored that drive and ended up winning that game.
Well, what people don't see is the preparation that goes into a week of that, not only by Grayson, but by the coaching staff, and getting everybody prepared in the right spots, and kind of going back and watching some film work and doing all your homework. So those are the kind of plays that pay off come game night. Absolutely.
Something that, they executed the scouting report right there, and that's what you love to see as a coach.
Absolutely.
And that'll be it for our clips today. The other one was just, not something we need to check out. So.
Okay. Well, that leads us into tonight's game, and obviously it's halftime of right now, but we know Monroe Central's, formidable foe, and having a good season. It seems like some of the names are the same every year there, and I'll let you talk a little bit about them. But we know that they're a good team, and we know that it'll be a challenge. Always nice to be home on this game, because I think it plays into our favor a little bit more to always have that home field advantage. Tell us a little bit about Monroe Central.
Yeah, we know they're a tough team. They're ranked 7th or 8th right now in 1A. One of the better teams. We've played all season. They got some big guys, but it's one that even last year, we're both pretty much bringing back the same team. We lost a few guys, they lost a few, but we showed last year that we could compete with them. And right now, I think our guys are believing that, and we're coming off a lot of good momentum off our last 2 games. It is a home game that our guys are playing a lot better at home right now, which everybody does, but it's one that we have some groups now that in the past may not have, but now that really believe that this can be something we can get. People talk about a few players that they have that are pretty tough, but we got some pretty good tough players too. I think tonight's going to be a really good competitive game. They throw it, they run it, they do a little bit of everything. We're expanding our pass game, trying to kind of get into the same point. So it's going to be a good competitive smash mouth football game tonight.
As we wrap this up for the week, I know that you're also wearing 2 hats. You're also the athletic director, so I'm going to give you just a minute. I know we probably have about a minute here to finish up. Tell me about new hire this week. We've got a new coach on staff, and it's not a football coach. Yeah,
we hired our new girls basketball coach, Riley Skaggs. So some people may know her. Used to be Riley McAllister. She coached here under Coach Giesman for a couple years. A lot of great feedback from some other coaches that I spoke to. She was previously coaching over at Cowan. But very, very excited about her coming in. The first day we had her into the building, the buzz from some of the girls was really kind of infectious, and something exactly what we're wanting from the athletic department.
That's awesome. And she was under staff here under Coach Giesman, who most of the girls that have played for him, I know my daughters loved playing for Coach Giesman, and I'm sure they'll just be an extension of what some of the things that she wants to bring her own things and some of the things that she learned from him. And I think it's an exciting time. So we're excited for that. And I know you are too. So good luck tonight here in the second half, and good luck in the future. And we'll talk again next week.
Yeah. Thank you.
And welcome back. Warrior fans, that was a great sit-down, Coach, by you and Coach Nuckols. And here come the Warriors back onto the field. As we've got some time here, let's talk about this week in Warrior athletics.
All right.
So tomorrow, we've got a couple of things happening. We've got the middle school and varsity cross-country teams, and they are involved in the New Haven Classic.
Or do we?
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. Might be a tough run. And then we have Tuesday, October 1st, the girls varsity and JV volleyball teams will be hosting the Eastbrook Panthers.
That's Tuesday?
That's what this says.
Okay. I was just making sure.
I
need to be there. So.
Write it in your calendar, Coach. Write it in your calendar.
I'll be there with Coach Wilson.
Wednesday, October 2nd. I feel like I'm a little hot here. Wednesday, October 2nd, we have the middle school cross-country county at the Selma Middle School.
Okay.
And then the varsity cross-country is at the Burris Invitational. And varsity volleyball makes that just lovely trip to Randolph Southern. Always a good trip. Get to see solar panels and wind turbines. And then Friday, we host Park Tudor in football, the varsity boys. And you'll have Coach and I back up here in the booth. And then next Saturday, you have the middle school MEC at Monroe Central. That is middle school cross-country MEC. And you have the county tournament. It looks like we, volleyball, are playing on Saturday. Did we draw the bye?
Volleyball will play in the Class A Showdown, I believe it is, this weekend, right?
Well, I was talking about next Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're in the Class A Showdown this week, and that is correct. But I was talking about, I was finishing up next week on Saturday.
Sorry.
And it says county tournament.
Yes, and we did get the bye.
And do we know?
We play the winner of Yorktown and somebody. Yeah.
Okay. That's your This Week in Wes-Del. Hey, folks, if you haven't subscribed and you're a Warrior fan and you're thinking to yourself, well, I go to a lot of the home events, but I'd love to watch them over again. It's always fun to do. Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
If you hit the subscribe button, you'll be notified of exactly when we go live, but you'll also be notified of any of the games that are archived on there, and those will show up more in your feed, or what many would say, your For You page on YouTube. And then you can watch any of the games over again. And the second time you watch them, you can say, well, I'm going to turn the sound down. And then you can enjoy it without us talking.
Nah.
I don't know why you would do that, but you can. Want to thank everybody that is watching. I know we have a lot of people in the chat to get to. A lot of them we've already said hi to. I don't believe there is Henry Long. We didn't get to say hi to him. We did say hi to Winnie, but we didn't get to say hi to Coach Puckett, who is Winnie's handler and also mother. We talked about Julie Kirtley Swartz and their bus one of our all-time favorite and longest, probably one of our longest viewers, longest subscribers, Gary Ross and Carly Glaze and Klong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know Klong Kong,
Well,
but
you never know with some of these names.
happy that he's there. Or she. And everyone else in the chat, we appreciate you so much. Mrs. Producer, you did say good to see some pics of the superintendent at the Academy for Community Leadership Conference this week. Yeah, I have been able to engage in the and be a part of the Academy for Community Leadership through the Muncie and Delaware Chamber of Commerce, and I want to give a shout out if anybody knows anybody involved with the Chamber of Commerce. It has been fantastic. It's been a great way to network for Wes-Del Community Schools. It's been a great way to get involved and also see a lot of the places that we help out. You know this. We send a great number of students that do volunteer work at Second Harvest Food Bank, the middle school.
Yes.
They go in there and do all sorts of things in there. And today I was there, and it was really interesting to see. They took us on a tour and let us see everything that they do. And then, of course, we helped out a little bit. And we had bakery boxes today. So we were filling boxes with items that I kept thinking, boy, Coach would like to be here. He likes bakery items.
Thank you.
So I thought maybe I should take one of these boxes home to Coach. But then
there's people that need it. So.
Yeah, but anyway, just a great thing to be a part of. And then there's also, just said hi in here and have a great second half, is Corey Sears. And I want to give a shout out to Corey and his family. I was something personal this weekend. I was able to attend his grandmother's funeral, who was my kindergarten teacher and my art teacher in elementary, my favorite teacher, and one of my mom's really close friends, and really a tough situation, but what a beautiful family and just a beautiful tribute they had to Diane Robinson, who was a fantastic teacher for many years at Eaton Elementary and art and kindergarten. And hey, she got me my start. And look.
There you go. And I've known you a long time, and I've heard you mention her several times of being a mentor and just somebody important in your life. So.
Yep. So here we go. We got the kickoff now, and kicked away, and trying to see what we got out there on the field.
It was a touchback, so we're going to take it at the 20. I'm going to make a call here that I watched Grayson Mealy go through initial warm-ups there, and I don't think he's going to be a go here in the second half. He's nursing an ankle that he taped up and had Tony tape all the way around, and probably going to, and honestly at this point, it might be best served to get ready for next week.
Yeah. So that is off to the side there. It's getting blurry and foggy now. I can't. You know what? I honestly think that the rain isn't as bad as it was.
Dying down.
I hate to say that, but.
Yeah. The Warriors didn't get much on that first play, so it'll be second down and 10.
I just got the text from Mom. She goes, well, crap, which means, he must not be playing. It looks like he's walking off now. Well, that stinks as a dad to see that, and hoping he's okay. But
here's something that you and I both know: we've both had ankle injuries, and they do not feel great.
No,
that is not a.
That's Mr. Producer.
Do we have to give him a tip?
Mr. Producer, no, I didn't ask for that.
Boy, that made
a lot of difference. Well done.
Really nice of him.
All I did was stop at the light. I didn't need you to clean my window.
That was very nice of him to take his undershirt off.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's cold now.
Well, that'll bring up third after that short run. It'll bring up third and about 7.
Made a difference for attempt of a second.
Here we go on 3rd and 7. That's a handoff, and that was Brock, I think, and he is stopped. I'm going to give him a yard and maybe 2. But it looks like just 1.
Well, that brings up 4th and 7, so maybe 4th and
I
6.
believe we will punt in the location we're in.
Kind of feel like we're on the high seas.
Yeah, I'm good. You take over for a second.
Okay. 4th down here, and we are back in punt
All right, I'm back.
position. This time, we're able to handle the punt, and that's a nice kick into the wind.
Yeah, let her roll. I had to take my sweatshirt off. When we shut the door, it gets warm in here quick. Ooh, that was a
Forced out of bounds there.
Malachi Dubois with the force out.
Justice Olam on the return there from Monroe Central and gets it back into the. Did he cross the? Yeah, he's across the 50-yard line. There may be a flag. There is a flag. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Wes-Del.
Oh my goodness.
Not sure who, but that's going to tack on 15 yards.
But I didn't. Yeah, Coach Nuckols is not arguing it, so it must have happened.
He's getting on somebody. Somebody's over here. Coaches are getting on a couple guys, so maybe some learning going on the sidelines right now, the hard way.
I don't know, but whew,
Yeah, it's warm.
I'm having a hot flash there.
I don't think we want to do that. Don't think you want to do that.
I was going to open it.
That looked like a false start.
Yeah, something happened.
There you go.
It amazes me that when they do blow the whistle, that we're all stopping. Like both teams are like, okay.
We get 5 of those yards back here.
Yeah, things are going back and forth.
It is cooler with the door open, but it's kind of some weird sounds. I don't know what you're thinking. I'll give it a shot.
It's a nice little breeze. You feel it? I think that feels pretty good.
1st and 15.
There's Allum with it. He's going to try to get to the outside.
Nice job of stringing that out. Push him out. Force him out.
Yeah, forced him back into Brock Nauman and I believe Jonah Whitworth for the tackle.
Once you get to that point, you want to use the sideline as your other defender and force him out of bounds if you can. Easier said than done with him.
Ooh, that was.
I'm not sure if that was Mr. Romine or if the lights went on. Okay.
He's messing with stuff back there. All right. 2nd and 5.
Little pitch play.
That might have been short. I think I got him marked short. I don't know where they're at. I think he's a short yard short.
Justice Olam this time.
Yep. Comes Coach Van Mater back onto the field.
Getting a rousing ovation from the student section.
You notice something about it? He doesn't have shorts on anymore.
Yeah.
He made a change. 3rd and 1.
Not as tough as I thought he was.
No, he's not. Don't let that beard fool you. I think he's
Puppy dog.
he's just a big puppy dog. 16-0, 8:25, and we're 3rd and 1, and
That's a broken play if we can stop it. We didn't.
Broken play that didn't get stopped, and we still haven't stopped it. We're still trying to stop it.
And I know in the pregame you talked about him picking up almost 10 yards a carry. He's done just about that tonight.
Yeah, which, listen, I didn't coach football for a reason, and I am not in any way, shape, or form going to question any of the guys that are coaching it tonight. But just pure data, you'd say, well, if he picks up 10 yards every time, wouldn't I just give it to him every time? But it's just not that simple.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's that simple, but it's not. 8:07 to go. 1st and goal, I believe. And I don't think that's a new quarterback under center, isn't it?
Looks like it.
14. And
That's all.
That was
That's all.
that's Justice Olam under center.
think they just maybe ran a little wildcat action there because Wilson's right back in there. It never left. He was in the play. They snapped it, though. You were right. They snapped it directly to Olam. And doing it again.
Yeah.
And they've got Wilson lined
Call
up as a
that the
running
old-
back.
Call that the old wildcat.
And just following his blockers in
And
for a touchdown.
he's in for a touchdown. That'll make it 22-0.
You don't usually see your quarterback as a lead blocker.
Well, they do when they're Lane Wilson
When you're
size.
6 foot 235, you can run right behind
Yeah.
him.
A nice little wrinkle to have as a team there. So the Golden Bears take a 22-0 lead, and now they're going to try to kick. I will say it's still windy, but
Not nearly as bad as it was there for a while.
yeah, it feels like it's maybe
That went nowhere.
calmed down a little bit.
Blocked kick.
And we get a block kick. We'll take a quick audio break here. You're watching the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back. They're doing the
That was
Cotton-
nice.
little Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, it was nice of you and Mr. Romine join in up here.
Yeah. Well, you Blackford County guys understand Cotton Eye Joe's a big song.
Yeah.
Not as big as Sweet Home Alabama or anything Leonard Skinner's ever produced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you take your hat off
Take
for.
your hat off
in Blackford County for anything by Leonard Skinner. Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? And they're going to kick off. I can keep going on Cotton Eye Joe, Coach, if you want me to.
Well,
I felt like I had you grooving.
You did. Toes tapping.
Oh, go.
Right up the middle.
There we go.
Owen.
That's Carter. No, that's Owen Long.
Owen Long.
Owen Long with a long return. I don't know that the clock moved.
46-yard line, so nice return.
I feel like the clock was at 7:20. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, the clock was at 7:20 that entire time.
Okay.
No, it did move finally. I see it. Getting a lot of texts here.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of people wanting updates on your son, and you're sitting right here next to
Yeah.
me and don't have any updates.
No word. A lot of people texting me about Grayson. No word yet. There's a pass play.
Oh, that's a duck.
That is going to go short.
Luckily, number 34 for Monroe Central did not see that because it was sitting right there for Caleb Ludicky to get an interception if he would have turned his head.
Second and 10. Ponchos are coming off from the a lot of the fans, so the rain has died down. The wind, not so much.
Yeah, it's still windy.
Although this little crack I have right here is bringing in a nice breeze.
Glad it
That's
is
Brock.
for you.
Brock has stopped. Well,
No game.
So I can't make you happy one way or the other. When I was getting ready to open it, you go, I wouldn't do that, and then I did it, and now I have a nice breeze, and now you're like, well, I can't feel it.
Well, yeah, you can't make me happy. You're right.
Haven't been able to.
Third down and 10.
So, and there's Abby Nash. Hi, Abby. We don't have an update. We think it's a ankle. On
The way they
Grayson.
taped him up, it was an ankle.
We think it's an ankle sprain, but he tried to come out and try to go through warm-ups for the second half, but it looks like they shut him down.
Oh, that's going
That
nowhere.
is not going anywhere. They need to blow that one dead.
Brock Nauman taken backwards, and they're going to give him forward progress of a loss of 2, and that's probably generous because he got hit as soon as he grabbed the ball.
Yeah, and that was Allum on the tackle.
And that's going to be fourth down, so now
We'll say the fans here have to be really happy that the rain has backed off a little bit.
You know, it really isn't that cold out, so the rain is not.
Well, I don't think we ever said it was cold, did we?
No, it's not a cold rain.
Always finding the positive.
Find the positive, and there's Grayson back on the sideline with a ice on his ankle. So I'm no doctor, but I'm going to give a preliminary report on an ankle injury.
He also has a shoe off, so he's not going to play.
He's done.
He's done. So it looks like an ankle injury for Grayson Mealy. He is not going back in. He's on the cart, and he is sitting over there at the side, but he is back to the field at least. So
Back to the play. There's a penalty on Wes-Del. They'll march it back 5 yards, and we'll punt from there now.
what was the penalty?
Well, I was paying attention to Grayson. I'm not sure. So
We
there's gonna
moved
be another
again.
5 yards going backwards.
This is
Little
not.
movement on the outside line there.
Come on, guys. That was poor Dallas Godby. One of my favorite kids. I'll tell you what. They don't come better than Dallas Godby. He is what I would say is the ultimate teammate, first of all. And I've had multiple times after games, officials have pointed out number 53 as just being a great sport on the field. And he's a great kid. We have a lot of great kids.
Another good kick.
Ooh.
Weird bounce, but
Yeah, but it stopped right there, and that's where we're going to down it. And it was Dallas Godby that downed it. But see if our defense can come out here and make something happen here in the third quarter. You're watching the Wes-Del Sports Network, sponsored by Star Financial Bank, the Van Mater Reed Realty Team, American Pest Professionals, Dowling Dumpster Rentals, and Star Rocket Media. If you'd like to be a sponsor, all you have to do is reach out to me at 765-358-4006, or you may email at kmealy@wes-del.org, and we can set you up with the Wes-Del Sports Network sponsorship package and get some promotional. We get about 400, anywhere from 400 to 1,000 views of our sporting events. So that's a lot of advertising. Nice tackle made there by Dallas Godby.
Pickup of about 5 on that first down play for Monroe Central.
I want to thank Mr. Producer for cleaning the window. That has helped tremendously.
Sure has.
Because you got a nice clear picture there. Yeah, the rain's stopping,
We're back to Wilson at quarterback.
Yeah,
there.
he was just thinking. I was just thinking the same thing. There's Allum, who is breaking free. He's getting to the outside, and there's going to be a hold.
That's coming back.
And Summers tried to get to him, and he's going to take it a ways all the way, but it's coming back.
Run it in there. You're going to come back and watch it.
It's a hold.
Legal block in the back.
Well, the guys next door are getting really excited if you're watching on the Wolf Boom or whatever they're on. But I don't think they saw the flag.
Yeah, that was a pretty obvious one right there on Jonah Whitworth. And
Is it Wolf Boom?
I don't care. I mean, I don't know. But I
Well, the only reason I bring it up is I just don't know how they come up with that. Wolf Boom.
Probably a lot of thought, a lot of marketing and advertising and things went into that. But anyway, actually saw Mark Forster out there before the game.
Mark's a great guy.
I like Mark.
I just
But I'm just dialed in right now. So
I can tell you're when I get you in the zone, you're in the zone, and you're right now.
It backs him up to. It's going to make it second.
It's raining again.
13, yeah.
See that? This is baloney. 4:34.
The old ball coach can dial up here.
2nd and 5. The old ball coach. Got a little motion going. They're going to pass.
He'll throw it. And
I thought that was almost picked off right there by Zachariah Reno.
almost. He ran into his own guy or he would have had it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Nice job there. Look at this replay. I mean, he was right on it. Bang. And it just
Guess he didn't run into his own guy. He ran into the shoulder of
hit him in the
Monroe
worst.
Central.
Hit him in the worst spot, Coach.
right in the hand.
The hands.
Good job, though. Good read, and it just didn't come up
Hey,
with it. But that was
if
a
you
nice
can't,
play.
if you can't intercept it, stop it.
Knock it down.
Knock it down. Rain is back, as you can see. You look up at the lights there on the top of your screen. You can hear Tecumseh Dyer's dad. And we did
Got
jump.
us on the hard count. Pick up about 5 yards here, and that'll
3rd and 8.
make it 3rd and 8 instead of a longer 3rd down.
Monroe Central fans, not too bad up there. They got here. I think they waited in their car until the last possible minute and came in. I don't blame them.
Yeah, let me say this because I know you really can't say this. This is usually typically a big gate for us, and usually helps football helps pay for a lot of sports. So if you ever thought about wanting to make a donation to the athletic department, I know Coach Nuckols would really appreciate it on a night like tonight, even if it was a $10, $5, $10, $20.
Oh.
He would take it. And there's a nice play and a pass, and the first real big pass play for Monroe Central. And that goes to Justice Olam.
And if you want to donate a transfer student that's, very athletic, we'll take that too.
Yeah, we're equal opportunity.
I mean, that's just as good. We're back to getting some rain on the screen here. Sorry about that, folks. Don't worry. Once it starts raining real hard, it'll start running down like a waterfall, and it'll be easier to see. I'm going to leave that open. That gets hot. It's a great point, Coach. Anytime, especially on the
Or you know what you could do? It looks like the weather will be a lot better. The preliminary forecast for next Friday is going to be a lot better.
pack the house.
Come out here and bring a big crowd and really pack it out and make up for tonight's gate that we weren't able to get.
You're sitting at home, just take an envelope out of your stationery section of your house.
Matt Nuckols.
Put $10 in there, send it, write a check, send it in, and donate. It's the best donation you could do because all of the money goes to the kids and their uniforms and their equipment and everything. And a lot of schools, this is a run to the outside now, trying to cut back in, tackle made. They're nice tackle made by number 76 for us.
Ethan Hunt.
Is it Easton Stewart for us, 76?
Yes.
No, I thought he was 72.
Yeah, you're wrong. You are correct. That's
Luke Powers.
Sorry, Luke Powers. You're right.
Anyway, the thing I would tell you about this is a lot of schools charge now for the live stream. So they charge a package or they charge per game. And we don't have to do that thanks in part to our contributors, our sponsors who donate so generously so that we can bring these to you for free. There's a good picture of our producer and how hard he works. Get outside. Get outside and hit him. Get outside. There we go. There we go. Good play.
He does pick up the first down, but boy, limits them to about a 3-yard pickup.
But we want to thank, though, that's why we thank our sponsors so many times because they do give us such funding to keep this free for you. So
And you can
watch
help
it.
us by subscribing.
If you subscribe, we're at the point where we get a little bit kickback because we're over 1,000 subscribers. Boy, it is now coming back to that rain that it was doing earlier.
My undershirt is completely soaked.
Yeah, well, there might have to be a new undergarment you use to wipe off.
Please don't.
A nice tackle
Nice,
made.
mate. Really
And
nice
that
play.
is Luke Powers again.
Probably get more of it wiped off if I use that other undergarment. Because there's more material.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't.
What are we doing?
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Okay. I was busy looking at a text. 1:48 to go.
It was a broken play. Get him. Force him outside. All right.
He's out of
Okay.
bounds. That was Olam.
Forced out by Zach Reno, I believe.
We got a Monroe Central Golden Bear down. This is the bad thing about weather nights is there's a chance for guys to get hurt, but that could happen in any football game. We've had this will be our 3rd or 4th kid to go down tonight. We're gonna stick here. You want to take a quick break? You know what? Let's take a quick break.
All right, let's do it.
We'll be back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. You got the audio for me.
Back to pass. Wide open.
Wide open, and that is going to be a touchdown for Monroe Central.
Carter Duncan on the reception there, and they went pretty quick on a quick snap as soon as they got lined up, and we were not out there to cover that one.
28-0 now on your Star Financial Bank scoreboard. And again, apologize for your screen, but it's too much to keep up with at this point. So we got a little bit of raindrops on there that are causing the problem. And that one's up, and it's good.
Finally got one to go through in this weather. And
29-0, Monroe Central. You're watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back. Band sounds good. And that's a squib kick and through everybody's hands and then fallen on by, I don't know who that is because my screen still has the sponsors. Yeah, there we go. Hey, there we go.
Romine back there.
Mr. Producer, like he's doing something.
Unfortunately, laughing at your joke.
All right. Here we go.
NASCAR.
Quick. 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 There we go.
Get any more professional on this broadcast? They're going to start paying. They're going to have to start paying us.
Here we go. Let's get on the board.
Fake
Ooh,
this time.
that's not it.
And that
Eli Wright
on the
thrown for a loss there.
counterplay didn't go anywhere. A loss of about 5. They're starting to just pin their ears back on the defensive line and push in there. Clock running at just about a minute to go here in this third quarter.
Well, and if they score again, it's going to be over the 35-point
Yes.
situation, so the clock would run in the final.
There's a
a flag on us.
It may be holding on us.
They'll decline it for, well, I don't know if you can decline holding.
Well, false start. That's the first time they didn't blow it dead. Either that or they didn't hear the whistles or we couldn't hear it. That'll push us back 5 yards and replay second down.
This is going to be a endless battle, I have a feeling. Quick. Quick.
Okay.
Can't let me have any fun. You don't like the squeegee noises?
I did the first time.
Well, I thought maybe I'd try it again. See if it kept going.
There's a handoff to Brock.
That's Brock. Come on, Brock.
Chugging those feet.
That's about a 7-yard.
Yeah, pickup of a
I'll give him 8.
nice one. That was hard running, too, to get that.
Checking the chat out. I don't understand that. That one sent me for a loop. I don't. Sorry, Bonnie, I'm not following.
This is probably...
Is that a niner?
We're not going to have to run another play here if we don't want to, and I would say we probably won't. Sure looks that way at least.
And that's the end of the third quarter, and we're going to take a break. We appreciate all of you watching and staying with us here on a rainy, windy night here at Paul L. Parker Field. It's 29-0 Golden Bears here at the Harvest Helmets Classic. You're watching the Wes-Del Sports Network.
And here we are back for the start of the fourth quarter. And we're punting, and that's Carter Flynn punting to a...
It's Allum.
Olam. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see there.
Yeah, let
It's
me help you out on that.
Justice Olam, and he doesn't pick it up. He just downs it at the 39, we'll say, maybe the 40. 39. So starting this fourth quarter with Monroe Central down 29, or Monroe Central up, and the Warriors down 29-0 here with 11:52 in this final fourth quarter. And it looks like the wind is picking back up just a tick, as you can see there on the top of the lights.
I could fight this window, but I don't know at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. It's anything for the fans. Oh, I'm going out again. Oh, boy.
Here, hold on. Let me hold
Oh, boy.
Let me hold your feet.
Oh, boy.
I think he missed a spot.
It's good for. It's going to be good for about 30 seconds, and then it's going to be filled up again. Oh, the tough.
Mr. Romine's down an undershirt and 2 socks. I think that's where we're stopping. There's a handoff.
Strip producing.
Nice play
I don't
defensively
know.
there.
I mean, take a look at it. I don't know how he gets us to cover everything.
Okay.
Oh, well. If you wanted a professional, go to Wolf Boom. They won't. I can tell you this much. They're not wiping the window for you.
There's a whole new meaning to wiping down the streaks.
Yeah. I feel like we
Oh,
just something was off there.
Yeah, we did not get off the ball well on that one.
Well,
A little slow to get up down at the bottom of that pile is Dallas Godby.
yeah. I think we're gonna have a few guys banged up.
Another big first down now with 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes to go here in this final fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. They are content to just run the ball, and that is 87, Ethan Hunt. He's a junior.
Lane Wilson is very athletic, and here's the thing. I mean, he could be a really good lineman. But that's what's crazy to me. I'm watching him and I'm thinking, man, he'd be really good on the line. But
Yeah.
he's been their quarterback for at least 3 years now. I mean, that I remember of us going over there. And I'm just saying how big he is. You don't see it.
6 foot 235. I think that was at the beginning of the season. He looks like he may have bulked up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean he's his athleticism is there, and there he
Back
goes to
throw
pass,
and overthrows
and
as
he can
intended.
he can definitely pass the ball.
Yes.
Good grief, this is getting out of hand.
Carter Duncan, the intended receiver there.
I feel like there needs to be some type of film that stops the.
Rain-X?
Yeah, we need some Rain-X. Where are you at, Coach? You're usually usually stocked up on the Rain-X.
I have a bunch at home. Doesn't help us here, does it?
Didn't think you'd need it here, did you?
No, I didn't. I wasn't planning on a hurricane this week.
I don't think any of us were. Well, I mean, some people were, but not in Indiana.
Planning on rocking like a hurricane, but I wasn't planning on.
The ball's. Oh, I thought the ball was out.
Almost.
Thought the ball was out there.
Initially hit on that play
Like
there
a
by
hurricane.
Luke Powers and brought down by a bunch of other guys. But Luke almost knocked that ball loose. That's 4th down, so
Is that Scorpions too?
yeah.
And they had a thing for wind
Wind, rain, all kinds of anything to do with the elements.
and the zoo. They had a song called "The Zoo."
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd know it if you heard it. I know you and your Scorpions.
They're going to
I'd play
4th
it.
down here. They're going to punt, and they do punt it away. And
That's a good punt.
See if it goes out of bounds.
It went
Well,
out
that's
of
a great
bounds
punt.
about the 6.
That's a great punt. See, still walking and
I can't.
down to
The reason
5.
on that end is going to be tough is I can't reach the window. I'm going to have to go out for this one. No, I'll do it. Oh, okay. Mr. Realmine's going out.
All right.
Wish him the best.
May get a face full of Mr. Romine here in a
That's all
second.
right. That's all right. Here he goes. That's a good job. Do you think he worked at Butch's Marathon?
In Hartford City?
You want me to ask him? If anybody remembers the old marathon there in Hartford City, did you work at Butch's Marathon there in Hartford City?
I worked at J. Petroleum.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah. Coach worked at Burger Chef.
I would have. 2nd down, nice carry there, and pick up of 9 yards on the 1st down.
Yeah, the Pack-a-Sack was owned by J. Petroleum. I used to work there.
Pack a sack.
Is it still the Pack-a-Sack there? I think it is.
There is.
Yeah.
That Village Pantry has some breadsticks now.
Oh, man, those used to be
Like small loaves of bread.
They used to be great.
There's a handoff and a 1st down pickup.
What was it, 5 or 3? Was it 3 and 2
3.
cheese and
3 seemed like 12.
yeah? That's when there was not a war on carbs.
No, not at least in my body.
7:40 to go. Yeah, and 49-cent Tuesday Conies.
Conies, yeah.
There at the Mason's Drive-In. Yeah, every Tuesday they'd be sitting there for my dad when he got home from work, and I think he'd give.
That play goes nowhere.
Yeah, I was gonna
Ragermock with the carry, loss of a. Well, they're going to give him a gain of a yard.
Back then, he would come home and he'd be like, it's Coney Day. But now I think he'd give anything for a bag of
I
Conies.
sure would. Give me a time machine.
Yep.
I'm not going to go change anything else except for
You want
take me back for Coney.
take you back for Coney Day. They were good.
Take me back to any Tuesday. There's a handoff again to Brocknami. Slips. It's the first time we've really seen that.
Yeah, it's been
Tried to make a hard cut, too.
so much rain at this point, and
Well, they're soaking wet. Those guys are.
yeah,
just-
they've been.
Brock's been out there for probably almost every possession and every play. So, he's been in the elements the whole time. 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and only 6:23 to go here, so this has been a quick one. It's almost just hitting 9 o'clock now, so
with fake. Handoff going back around, and Owen
Owen
Long
Long is down.
going backwards.
And that's going to bring up 4th down. I believe we're kicking.
Yeah, they gave him a few yards there on the initial run, but that's not where he ended up. So forward progress took him backwards just about 2 yards. So Carter Flynn come in and punt. And timeout taken here by Wes-Del. We'll take a short break and come right back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back. Whistle in there.
So glad you made it.
We are glad you are here with us. And there's a great
So
punt.
glad you
And
made
it's going to
it.
roll.
Might be
and
a-
that might be
a school record.
It may be if it keeps rolling and rolling.
That might break Travis Bunch's school record.
That goes all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, it is just around the area here. It is a final in Southern Wells. Bluffton beats Southern Wells 45-7.
Okay.
And right now, Yorktown is leading Shelbyville 26-0 in their homecoming. And that's the
Okay.
only ones I have. I don't have an update on Delta. They're at Newcastle, but I can look that up. Well, or I can't because they haven't done any updates. So, sorry. I cannot give you an update at Delta Newcastle because neither Delta Athletics nor Newcastle has given any updates.
They're too wet.
Too wet to text. 5:26 to go, and here are the Monroe Central Golden Bears taking over.
There's a handoff up the middle and a big pickup.
All right. Get that so our fans can see. Full service.
Check the oil and tires, please.
I will. You want me to top you off? Those were the days.
Timeout called here by Monroe Central.
Well, you know what else is coming up soon? It's almost time for the first play of the season here. And I'm trying to remember exactly what I always mess up the title. So it's Mr. Romine might remember.
Fall play.
The fall play. It's isn't it the one about the
Somebody get in the chat and tell us.
yeah, I can't remember the name, and I always say it wrong. If you're in the chat and you remember the fall play, by the way, Newcastle is up 16-14 in the fourth quarter. That's from Mrs. Producer. So, our fall play, Mrs. Taylor and the, huh? Yeah, that's it. Peter and the Starcatcher, and that is getting close to. I think we're getting close to what they call Tech Week.
That's Peter Pan, right?
Yeah,
Okay. What was-
but it's a different I think.
right. It's a different take on it. Before,
I think it's It's pre.
so not Family Guy. It's Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not Peter. It's not Peter Griffin.
Oh, Peter.
That's not Cleveland. Oh wow, this is going downhill. It's about as bad as our audio is about as bad as our video right now with this window.
You just can't.
Oh gosh,
Oh, ouch.
I think I just lost an ear. Stood up. No, I can't keep up with it at this point. It's out of control. .443.
Looks like both teams are starting to put some younger guys in.
Good idea.
Finish this up with some maybe a little bit of JV action here.
Looks that way. Looks like both teams.
And there's
Some
a fumble.
A little fumble-rooski. But that might turn out to be a positive for him.
Forced out of bounds, though. Riker, it looks maybe Riker Mock forced him out, or possibly Colby New. Both guys were over there.
4:13 to go, and the rain is steady again. I just got to check on Twitter there, and it said that the wind was starting to calm down. I don't know if Sean Ash is somewhere else or what he's seeing. But
and the punt will be taken up here by
that's a good return.
Colby New.
Yeah, it's a good return.
Over the 30-yard line, so great field position
Nice job by Colby.
for the young guys here with 4 minutes. See if they can put something together.
Pretty young guys was. No, it wasn't.
No,
Pretty young thing was Michael Jackson stuff.
yeah, PYT. You start singing Michael Jackson songs, I'm leaving.
I think everybody is. Yeah, I'm just telling you. I'm starting new, and I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
We've got our first group back out there on offense. I think they've got some of their first team defense out there again. So
Yeah,
first down.
good carry there. Can't see exactly what's going on, but I'm going to help us.
I'd show you the huddle camera,
Yeah, although I bet you the huddle camera is in really
Actually,
bad
there
shape.
you go. It's actually really good.
but it's like 5 seconds behind.
Oh well, we don't want that. Better
We're
go
good.
back.
We're good. We're good. Nice carry there. Cut it in. There you go. There you go.
That's Brock.
That
Or
was
no,
Riker
that's
Mock.
Riker Mock. Sorry.
Riker Mock. Leads the team in rushing touchdowns with 5 on the year, followed by Eli Wright with 4. That's a little bit of stats for you. Brock Nauman's going to take a break. It'd be nice to punch one in right here. Always a good to end with a score. 3:15 on the clock. Ooh, that was a tackle. The ball came out and recovered by, that was
Yeah,
number 20
that
for
was
us.
Eli Wright. No, Zach Gillum.
Zach Gillum lost the ball on the initial tackle, and it's back to Monroe Central. And knowing Coach Ho, I'm going to say he's going to run this thing to try to run the clock out.
Yeah, he probably won't be able to quite do that, but a first down they will.
No, that's what I meant. I didn't mean in.
Oh, take a knee?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Thanks for taking it really literal, though.
Hey, we made it this
Wow.
long.
Good grief. I mean, I've never claimed to be the smartest guy in the room, but I think I can get that math figured out. Well, not quite. You need to eat dinner.
I do.
You're a mess. 3:04, 1st and 10. I'm got to get the window again here in a minute.
It's a handoff
It looks like
up the middle.
you know, we're going back in time to the old console TVs, the non-high def. Let's get us back into high def. So at your house, Coach, were
Yeah.
you the remote,
Oh, absolutely.
or was your sister the
No,
remote?
it was me.
You were. So you went up to the console and changed the channel.
Yeah, on a 13-inch color TV
Yeah.
that I thought was.
Did you get the VCR that had all the numbers, but you still only got like 5 channels? You
Oh,
remember
yeah,
the VCR
yeah.
that had all the numbers
Yeah.
on it? And you
Yeah.
still only got 5? The Farmer 5, we called it.
When we finally got a VCR.
Yeah. That was a big deal.
We rented one for years from Marsh, and that's
Oh,
trouble.
he
That
got
is
out of
trouble.
that. He just came out of the entire. We might catch him. Yeah, we're not going to catch him. And that was 33, I believe. Caden Sullivan, is that right? Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was Caden Sullivan.
Sophomore. The guys are excited on the Monroe Central side for him.
He's a young guy. That's a long run for.
That makes it exactly 35, so the clock will run the rest of this game.
Sorry, folks, if it's really blurry on that side, I can't get that side clean. I can't reach it. So we'll go to the huddle camera that is a little delayed.
Well, if
So-
we watch there, we won't know.
We'll just
Snap.
wait.
And it's good.
And that one is good. And I see some people heading for the exits.
Yeah, that makes it 36-0, and
The clock would
clock will
continue to
run.
run.
It'll start running here as soon as they kick off and won't stop.
And that flag has seen better days that we're showing there in your top left. It's ripped. So if anybody'd like to donate to the flag fund for us to get some new Warrior flags, they did last.
I'll just tell Mr. Romine they got the extra point there.
Oh.
Well, I just wanted to be official.
Next week we'll be hosting Park Tudor. Park Tudor.
They're making their way here.
Making their way in the world today. Takes everything you got. Wouldn't you like to get away?
I would. I'm about ready to here in about 2 minutes and 8 seconds, I think.
Would you go someplace where everybody knows your name?
Probably not.
Okay. Park Tudor is 3-2.
All right.
Giving you a preview of next week as they're getting ready to kick off here.
Who are they playing tonight? Any idea?
Yeah, they're in action with. What we got? We kind of got tackled by our own guy there.
Touched by the up back and
Yeah,
picked up.
they're playing Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian.
Okay.
They have
A couple of privates there.
they won. This is just to tell you a little bit. We have a common opponent,
Okay.
and that is Greenwood Christian, and they beat Greenwood Christian 44-27.
Okay. Well, they must be capable of putting up some points,
Yeah,
obviously.
they beat Tinley 21-0. They beat Indianapolis Shortridge 28-20. They lost to Fremont 47-29 and Shenandoah 46-26. And I don't know what it looks like for them. Timeout called there, and then we go back. Let's go down here and let's see what we've got after that. I believe we play Union County,
Yes.
and we have to go to Union County, folks. So that's a good haul. Union County game. So far on the season, they're sitting at 0-5. 0-5 on the year. They lost Northeastern 80-0. Cambridge City Lincoln 45-0. They
Okay.
lost to Knightstown 75-0. Hagerstown 62-0. And Winchester just beat them 77-8. And tonight they're playing Union City.
Okay.
So
So they're struggling offensively, it sounds like.
Yeah, they've
and
got
a little bit defensively.
scored 8 points this year. And then we finished the year with Cambridge City Lincoln.
So there's some games out there for the
There are
Warriors
some
to
games
win.
out there for the Warriors. And they lost tonight 54-0 to
Handoff.
Knightstown. Well, we got some action there, almost a first down.
I want to say that's Luke Lozer with the carry. Couldn't see
So-
exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's who that was. He'll pick up about 9 on that first carry.
Lincoln has one win, Coach.
Yeah, that
They
was
beat
against
Union County.
Yeah.
So there's your what's happening on our schedule.
What's
Brought to you. You remember that from that episode of What's Happening? Randy Watson. Boy, is good. He good.
Good and terrible. 1 minute to go.
Ooh.
That's a broken play.
And it might turn into a positive. Might be a first down. I think it is. It's going to be just under a minute now. We're rolling on the clock, and this is going to be a Golden Bear win of the Harvest Helmet Classic. Looks like it's going to end up, unless we break off a play here, it'll be 36-0 for
Zach
the win.
Gillum with the carry. I'd like to mention those young guys when we can.
And the rain now is raining harder than it's been all night, and just in time for us to get this last 30 seconds done and get people out of here. They're all starting to head for the seats. We appreciate all of you watching, and there won't be a whole lot of post-game action as our camera, as you can see, is now taking the brunt of this. That is
Zach Gillum.
In fact, we almost lost our camera there.
Zach Gillum is going the wrong way on that play.
Yeah, I think that's it. That'll run out the clock. So it's going to be a win for Monroe Central, 36-0. We want to say to everyone that's in there watching, we appreciate you watching tonight. Was able to bring you this varsity game right there in your home, so you didn't have to deal with all of this weather. But the Warriors will try to regroup for Park Tudor next week here at home. And then, as we mentioned, they have Union County on the road, and they're back to finish the year against Lincoln. Some good games in the future. Boy, it's really starting to rain now. And so we appreciate everybody. Coach, just to sum things up, it was a tough one. It's a tough weathered game,
Yeah.
and just not a whole lot to talk about there. Couldn't really move the ball in the weather. And
Probably the best thing that happened tonight is we got this game in.
yes,
We were able to get it in. No one had to worry about it. People think, well, why don't you just play those on another day? Well, the logistics don't just work that
Right.
way. You got to get the other team to okay it. You got to get
got officials. Officials sometimes are working college games,
Yeah,
and so
so-
it just doesn't work out that way.
So one of the biggest things was just getting out of here with the game done. We'll go back and look at it. Obviously, took a blow there with Grayson going down. We're going to get him healthy this week and bounce back to play again here at home with Park Tudor. We have 3 of our last 4, including tonight, here at home. So let's bounce back next week with a win and find a way to maybe find some positives this week of practice and get ourselves a win. And it is really coming down, folks.
Appreciate you all watching. We're going to get out of here. Probably going to have to wait it out a little bit, but we appreciate everybody that watched tonight. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, do so. And we hope to bring you one next week with a little bit better weather and maybe a better outcome for the Warriors. So that's how it ends. 36-0 for the Harvest Helmet Classic. Appreciate all of you watching. You've been watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network.